The laugh landed before the words did. Sharp, public, final. I was still holding the flowers when it happened. White lilies, simple, intentional. I'd chosen them because they don't beg for attention. They just exist, like apologies that come too late. Her friends stood in a loose circle by the bar, wine glasses tilted, eyes already bored. She glanced at the bouquet, then at me, then back at them. "Oh my God," she said, smiling wide enough to cut. "Did you rob a funeral?" The circle broke into sound, controlled cruelty dressed as humor. I felt something shift, not break, align. I watched her face instead of the laughter, the micro delays, the way her eyes checked one woman longer than the others. Lena, my wife's closest friend, the one who never laughed loudest but watched hardest. I smiled back, soft, neutral. "I'll be right back," I said. No one noticed me walk past Lena. No one noticed when I placed the flowers in her hands instead. Her breath caught, just once. She didn't laugh. She lit up. Not theatrically, not performative, like someone seen in the dark. That's when my wife stopped laughing. That's when the room tilted, and I understood without proof, without facts, that the joke hadn't been about the flowers at all. It had been about me. The drive home was quiet. She hummed, a victory sound. I replayed the moment on a loop, searching for edges I'd missed before tonight, the late nights, the locked phone face down on the dresser, the way she corrected my sentences in front of others, but softened them in private. Power always shifts first in small ways. "You embarrassed me," she said finally. I nodded. I always nodded. But inside, something colder took notes. I remembered Lena's hands, how they trembled, how she didn't say thank you out loud, only mouthed it, like a confession meant for one person. I told myself it was nothing. Then I stopped lying. I began noticing patterns. Lena showing up unannounced, my wife leaving the room to take calls she never took before. Two shadows moving just out of sync. Infidelity doesn't announce itself. It leaks. And once you see the stain, you can't pretend the wall is clean. I didn't confront. I observed. I checked phone records, the way an accountant checks numbers without emotion. There it was, a symmetry of calls, missed, returned, erased. I watched body language, the way Lena mirrored my wife's posture, the shared jokes that didn't need setup. At dinner, I poured wine and asked harmless questions. "Where were you yesterday?" "Out." "With who?" "Friends." Plural. Vague. Safe. Inside, I was building a timeline, dates, locations, gaps. The flowers replayed in my mind, not the insult, the transfer, the way something passed hands that night that wasn't meant to be seen. I slept less, thought more. I didn't feel rage. Rage is loud. This was precision. The confirmation came quietly. An email, a forwarded reservation, 1 room, 2 names. I printed it. Paper makes things real. At home, I placed it on the table between us. "What's this?" I asked. She glanced down, froze. Silence stretched, broke her first. "It's not what you think." I nodded again, still nodding. Lena's name hung there, undeniable. My wife cried, apologized, reached for my hand. I didn't move. I asked one question, the only one that mattered. "Did she know you mocked me?" She didn't answer. That was answer enough. I didn't expose them publicly. That would have been merciful. Instead, I invited Lena for coffee, alone. I gave her the flowers again, dried now, fragile. She laughed at these, I said. At me. Lena's face collapsed inward. Guilt has gravity. "I know," she whispered. I stood. I already told her everything, I lied calmly, about us. Her breath broke. She believed me. Sometimes revenge is letting people destroy each other with the truth they think you revealed. I left before she could speak. I moved out quietly. No fight, no scene. My wife begged, promised, rewrote history. I listened, detached, complete. The flowers had taught me something simple. Affection given freely reveals more than affection demanded. I didn't lose anything that night. I just stopped carrying what was never mine. And when I think of her laughter now, it sounds distant, like something happening in another life to someone who no longer exists.